Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans. On the Rams sideline, a look at their head coach. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. On the other side, it's the Tennessee head coach. These guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2 start. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
I think when you take a step back and you look at last week's loss, I think there was some good and there was some bad. And I think you could really say that about the entire team. The 2 touchdown passes were great. Of course, he's got to stop giving the ball away with the interception. But I think if he continues to clean up some of his fundamentals, continue to improve his decision-making, and then on top of that, guys around him just have to continue to play better.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The motion man is Nacua. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyren Williams. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
That's good for a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
It's another run here for Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. With that, we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Nacua snags it over the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
18 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up 1st and goal.
Rams first down.
Here's a designed run, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
14-yard line.
All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But this is taken in by a teammate. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That is caught to the goal line and in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score Rams 7, Titans 0.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance last week was not good enough. I have to make better decisions. I have to be more careful with the ball and where I put it. So his ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
And the Titans, first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
To the air again, Ward. The throw on the run is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Third down.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
That's good.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, it's Ward. He'll get this out wide. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 40.
Shotgun snap for Ward. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
The 30-yard line.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Ward. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Rams offense ready now for their 2nd drive. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, The last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for the doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17, and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
First and 10 at the
Throwing again is Stafford. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Rams. First down.
They put Adams in motion.
At the 28-yard line.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
13 more yards. That's good for a Rams. First down.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
The 16-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. The Rams out to the early lead. We're back in Music City after this. Second quarter now. Rams in control of the football. They've got it 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 11.
From the gun, here's Stafford. They're going to take possession here just shy of the 20.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Titans offense ready for their second possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener, and you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And it's going to lead to 4th down. On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hekker out to punt for Tennessee. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality, you just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements, the way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, you got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder. And those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because all 6 of those games When you play all three of those division rivals, it feels different, it looks different, and if you're not good, they're going to score 30 on you. So it's a big challenge. It's not a division for the weak of heart, and it's going to be fun to follow on and see who comes out on top.
Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
For the Rams field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Up the sideline to the 40. And finally, they'll bring him down. But he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
4 yards. And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play fake. Now Ward to throw. That's complete to Lockett outright. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams 47.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he will get into the end zone. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans. And for Cam Ward, the first overall selection in April, career touchdown pass number 1. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
That ties the game at 10.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
2-2 at 12. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. On 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been...
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it, and the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Rams offense ready for this next possession. Oh, great. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So we might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Ward going to keep it here on the zone read, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards on the pickup there. That's good for a Titan first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessfully stopped there for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. From the gun on third down. Ward. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. And that is no good. He missed it, and the score remains level.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
A first down throw for Stafford. The catch made by Nacua. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
Play action now for Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Rams first down.
The motion man is Nacua. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. 2nd and 7. A give, and here comes Williams. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got it inside the 5. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's another Rams first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And he's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. For Adams, it's career touchdown number 104. Third amongst active players, but his first as an LA Ram. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. Throw across his body is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Titans, first down.
On first down, it's Ward. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Quentin late on the coverage.
Ward to throw again. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's Johnny Hekker now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Rams offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Nacua pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. On first down, Stafford. Going right back to Nacua, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
First down, Los Angeles.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. To the air again, Stafford. Right side, complete to Nacua. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Again, it's Stafford. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the Rams, first down. A gain of 7.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And he'll spike it to stop the clock. And now, if they choose, they'll have a chance for a long field goal here before the break.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year, folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the
pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Puna 4. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Ward. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Ward. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down.
That's another Titans first down.
Howard. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Titans.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Pollard. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They run on the jet sweep, and this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. Shotgun snap for Ward. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10. Chris Paul Jr. working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career. On 4th down, on is the veteran Joey Slye for the Titans field goal. This about as short as you can get. Slye's kick is good. And the Titans are able to cut it to 4, 17-13.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Rams offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags, who also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. Whoa! And it'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. First and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. 3rd and 6. They put Adams in motion. That's the left side, pulled in by Higbee. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
They run over center with Williams. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. This one caught at the 4. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have a Rams first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 2-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. That one taken in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, L.A. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Jaquan Jackson on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Ward. To the left side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Ward. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
47-yard line.
Now it's Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Ward. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jared first. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
The Titans sending out their punter. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
The motion man is Nacua. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And that is incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for.
Incomplete.
And it's going to bring up 4th down.
In punt formation for the Rams.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Ward. He'll look deep here for Burks.
Everybody in that defensive huddle just continues to remind themselves, you know they're going to take shots. They're going to try to throw the ball over your head and see if they can generate a big play. So continue to defend it just like they did there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field, and they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 43, here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 3rd, they need 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
On 1st down, Ward. He has Lockett over the middle. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 yards. And the Titans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff to Pollard. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 9. Throwing again is Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
A gain of 20. That's another Titans 1st down. 1st and goal.
Ward to throw again. And he will score. Game on. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's his 1st touchdown of the new year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down?
That's caught! So they get the 2-point conversion, and all of a sudden that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the 4th.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is the Pro Bowler, Jeffrey Simmons. In there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Stafford now on second down. Nacua snags it over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
7 yards. And it's third down.
A shotgun snaps to Stafford. And this ball incomplete on third down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Titans offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Ward. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. From the 25, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ward. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Kobe Turner. He had 2 sacks in the opener, and give him 1 more here in week 2.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. He's going to bring up 4th down.
For the Titans.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The motion man is Nacua. 2nd down, it's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And nice work there after the catch. He is a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Stafford. There's that man again, another catch. Here's 1st and 10.
Gain on the play. That's good for our Rams. 1st down. A gain of 5.
Now Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Again, it's Stafford. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford taking a shot downfield for Adams. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
37. And the Rams, 1st down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Throwing again is Stafford. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
The Titans take over.
Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now, first down throw for Ward. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning as they line up for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Ward. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Ward on a design run, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. Here's Pollard. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Now they face 3rd down and 7. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Play action. Ward. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Rams offense and Davante Adams heading back onto the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. Only 1 timeout remaining for the defense. On first down, it is Williams. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.